live. Hey guys, I am very excited, very excited. I'm going to close this door though, to be sharing with you what I plan to do in Dyslexia Awareness Week 2025. So, wow, Dyslexia Awareness Week, Dyslexia Awareness Month even. So the 1st of October is Dyslexia and ADHD Awareness Month, and in that falls the British Dyslexic Association Dyslexia Awareness Week. Now, I always find this week to be quite interesting because actually I raise awareness of dyslexia 365 days of the year. That is what I do. And I always really struggle to work out what I'm going to do that is different in Dyslexia Awareness Week or Dyslexia Awareness Month. I'm really struggling to say that today, to help people, to encourage them, to support them. And I've done all sorts of different things in the past. But the thing with dyslexia is, if I'm really honest with you, it doesn't ever go away. And it's one of those things, we learn to manage it, we learn to get our head around it, and then something shifts, something happens. So, there's a change with a change in the environment, or menopause kicks in, or, we tweak our job slightly, things happen, or our confidence gets knocked. Things happen and dyslexia kind of like appears again. So it's a constant work in progress. And it's like you just feel like you crack it and then you become a bit more confident, which is exactly what we want. But what happens is you often feel like you don't have the confidence to take the next steps. So I've talked a lot about this in lives, about how so often people with dyslexia feel brave, something goes wrong, but then they kind of put themselves back into their safe comfort zone. And I've learned over the years that actually, if we really want to be a successful dyslexic, we have got to keep pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone, keep using our strategies, keep tweaking and developing our strategies. So this Dyslexia Awareness Week, I am super excited to be bringing you the Dyslexia Accelerator Pack. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing is hosted over in the Telegram app, which is a free app to download. I am going to really be focusing on improving and working on my own dyslexia every single day. And I am going to be sharing what I am working on. So it could be a tip, it could be like an actionable thing, it could be something that I'm going to think about, it could be something I've been procrastinating on. I am going to be sharing exactly what I do when dyslexia is showing up with me to help me access kind of that next level, if you like. And the best thing is you're going to be able to actually join me and do that with me. So I'm going to be doing lives on some days, kind of live streams on some days, but also there are going to be, like I say, checklists, actionable things, tangible things. So what will happen is each day I will post in the Telegram group whatever it is I will be doing that day to work on my dyslexia, kind of as it shows up. And you're going to have a resource, or we hate the word task, but a job. I don't even know. It sounds like school, doesn't it? But something to think about, something kind of like tangible to do to help you get your head around dyslexia too. And we're going to be looking at all aspects of dyslexia. So in order to manage dyslexia positively, we need to understand what dyslexia is. We need to really understand how it shows up for us. We need to really understand what our strengths are. I'm just going to be doing some serious brainstorming here. We need to be understanding how working memory and processing impact what we're doing. We need to be able to advocate for ourselves. We need to be resilient to be able to cope with dyslexic mistakes. We need to be supporting our literacy skills. We need to be making sure we're looking after our emotional well-being. We need to be building our resilience. There are so many aspects to managing dyslexia. And what I'm going to do is through October, I plan to massively kind of up my dyslexic game in quite a public forum, sharing it with you. But I am going to, in the Dyslexia Accelerator, help you accelerate to a place where You might feel at the moment that dyslexia is massively holding you back. It's feeling really, really difficult. And what we will hopefully be able to do is support you in finding a way for it not to be impacting you anywhere near as much. And it's going to be easy. It's going to be bite-sized, tiny little things. Some of them might be relevant. Some of them might not be relevant. But it's going to be fun, gentle, non-judgmental. Like, it's really important to me that people feel supported, and that, you know, I'm human too. So it's going to be like a non-judgmental place. And I'm so excited about it. So you'll have 31 tips, strategies, ideas, things that you can do to put into place to support your dyslexia. So it will be starting next, it will be starting on the 1st of October. So you can join before the 1st of October. At the discounted price of £49. And once the 1st of October comes, the price is going to increase to £59. But it just means that actually you, if you join on the 1st of October, you'll literally be able to you'll literally be doing it with me. If you choose to join on the 22nd of October, that's totally fine. You'll have the 22 activities and resources to kind of draw on, those things to watch back, and you'll have a few more days with me. So you'll be able to join at any point throughout October, but I would really encourage you to join at the start with me, partly because it's a discounted cost, but also because I just think that kind of, it's a cliche saying, but, you know, a rising tide, it lifts all the boats. And actually, you know, we can work through this together. So no, it's not one-to-one mentoring as such, but it's going to be a way I'm going to be talking to you directly, just like I am now, sharing with you the tip or the strategy, what that I'm going to be using that day to kind of peel off the next layer of my dyslexia and be really confident and comfortable with it. And I would really, really love to see you in there. You know, there's something to be said for the power of momentum. So, you know, once you start doing these tiny, small tweaks every day, it's amazing how you're going to look back at the end of October and you're going to be so much further forward with managing your dyslexia that you're not even going to have realized that you've made that much progress, because it is going to be so gentle, and we're literally just going to be doing tiny little things every day, but tiny things that are going to make a really big difference to your mindset, to how you feel about being dyslexic, to understanding how dyslexia shows up in you. It's going to be so exciting, and I cannot wait. So I'm going over now to create the landing page so that people can start to sign up now and start to plan some of the activities and the guides and the things that I'm going to be kind of working on every day. But yeah, I'm really hoping that some of you will join me. Exciting times for sure. But I think so often the purpose and the reason why I'm doing this is because so often I think people think managing dyslexia is a mystery. It's really complicated and it's really hard because society has made them feel like that, or their experiences of school have made them feel like that. And the reality is, it really isn't difficult when you know how, but it's knowing how, and it's knowing what strategies. You know, I hear time and time again, I don't know what strategies to ask my manager for to help me manage my dyslexia positively. Well, do you know how dyslexia shows up for you and how it's impacting? Because until you know that, how do you know kind of what sort of support you need? So it's those sorts of things I'm going to be supporting you with, feeling really confident in knowing how to advocate and ask for help. I'm also going to help you learn to quieten that inner voice in your head and teach you kind of how I do that. So I'm really, really, really excited to be sharing all of these tips and all of these things with you. So please do go check out the landing page. I'm just about to create it now. But yeah, I'm going to be talking loads about this in the next couple of weeks, but I really hope that you, some of my followers, are going to join me and that we're going to together kind of accelerate how we feel about dyslexia in terms of feeling positive about it. So big love, and I will see you in the accelerator. She says, if she can end the live stream, that is.